Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, welcome. I am Renee. I am a fiber artist. I spin, crochet, knit, dye yarn. I raise Angora rabbits and Angora goats, and we live on about 5 acres, so I'm hoping to continue to expand that some. And I am a Spinolution wheel dealer, so if you ever have any questions about spinning wheels, I'm glad to help you with that. So, welcome. This is kind of a continuing video from Friday. Today is Saturday, so this will be my Monday video, and next week is Thanksgiving. So, if I haven't decided if I'm going to do a Friday video yet. It kind of depends on how next week goes. We have family coming. I am hosting Thanksgiving here. And so we will see. I definitely will have Monday's video. I'm not sure about a Friday video. So you might only see one of me next week. But I will be back the following week. And I'm hoping to do Vlogmas again this year to some degree. Last year was my first year attempting it. I did pretty good. I had some accumulation of days into one video, but it was fun to do. And so depending on what my December looks like, I know at some point we are going to be traveling to California for a few days, and so we will see. We will see what happens. So that's something to look forward to. As you can see, I am in a new spot. I talked about this a little bit, I think in one of my last couple of videos, that I was needing to up my game on my videos. And I apologize. I've already filmed this part of this once, and I had a coughing fit, and so I had to go get a cough drop. So I do have a cough drop in my mouth. This Michigan weather, we have been warm. We had a snowstorm on Halloween, and then it warmed right up, and we've been in the close to 60s. We were in the 60s this week, and so we're waiting for the next cool down, which is coming this week, and I hope then my coughing and my throat will get adjusted. When the weather shifts like that, I have problems. So I do have a cough drop in my mouth, and I apologize for that. But we are in a new spot. For those of you who have been here for a long time, you know that every now and then I have to pause my video because my husband and I both work from home, and I typically film upstairs in our living room, and every time he walks through the front door, I have to pause it. And so I'm hoping to kind of become a little bit more professional here as I grow my channel and have a designated space for filming. And I realized that I actually had professional lighting that I had kind of forgotten about when we moved here. I tucked it into a closet and totally forgot about it. And so my mother-in-law got me that several years ago. So I have that. I'm actually using it today. And so I am slowly working at getting a space where I can film and not be interrupted and have it all set up. And so this is actually, our youngest son got married and moved out this summer. And so this is his bedroom. His bedroom space is what I'm going to try to use for some of my yarn stash, which has grown. And this is outside of his bedroom in our basement where I'm going to start filming. And so you might see some of this change back here because I went and snagged it off my walls upstairs because this was just a blank wall, and I didn't like that. I like to have stuff back there. So we will continue to work on that. But today's video, like I said, will come out Monday. And it's an extension of yesterday's video, which was playing with some Angora fibers and making some add-ins, I guess, into fiber bats. And I wasn't sure how that video was going to turn out. I wasn't sure if what I did would work. It didn't exactly do what I wanted to do, and I'm still hoping to play with that a little bit. What I did was tried to make Angora Nepps, which are little, well, they end up, in reality, they would have ended up in little felted balls. Mine didn't quite do that. Mine ended up being, I have them on a cookie sheet. Mine ended up being, I don't know, little. I did have some that ended up felting into little balls, but they're not round balls. They're kind of flat. I was just thankful they didn't felt all together. That's kind of what I was expecting to happen, and it didn't. And the more I look at these, the more I'm like, you know what, some of these would be fun to add into some fiber. Now, some of them I need to either cut apart or one of my friends here suggested carting out some of these with the hand carters and just see what happened to them. And I might try to do that. But for today, I thought we would add, excuse me, I thought we would add some of these to, I have Pygora Cloud. This was from our Pygora goats from many years ago. I have been able to store it and keep it nice. And I pulled a big fluff ball out of my stash this morning. So this was mill processed into, it's just a cloud. I think that's what they call it. I think back in the day when I had it done, that's what I requested. And I think it's written on the bag too, if I remember right, it says cloud. So typically that's how you have Pygora processed. Pygora has to be de-haired. You can do that yourself, but it is a long, tedious process. And so I ended up taking this. I had alpacas at the time, so I took my alpaca and my Pygora in to be processed. So we're going to do some more playing today just to see what happens when we drum card some of this together. So I'm going to pause the video, shift you around to my drum carder here, and see what we can come up with. So hold on. Okay, we've got you turned around. I need to give my drum carder a good cleaning one of these days. But this is just kind of for fun. This won't be anything that I'm selling. So it does have some mohair still on the one side of the carder here. But I am actually going to spin this today. I am going to walk in front of the light though. Let me shift the light as I learn the ins and outs of how I want this to look. All right, there we go. I think that looks a little bit better. So I am going to just get some, and I have a bad habit of overloading bobbins, and I also sometimes overload my drum carder. So you don't always want to do that. And I know when I see people do that online, I always yell at them through the screen, don't put so much in, and then I go and do it. So, and again, this table is too thick for I do have like a lockdown for my drum carder, but it doesn't fit on this table. So I need to start looking for a little table to stick down here with my drum carder on. So I'm going to, this is, like I said, this is a total science experiment. I am going to get a good amount on the carder, and then I am going to put the fill-ins in and put a little bit more over top of them, I think, before I spin. So we will see, and this is all beautiful fiber. This is cleaned, like I said, processed, so I won't have to run it through the carder a couple times. I just want to get a base down to put the add-ons in between, and I think that's enough. I'm going to try to pick through. I'm just going to sprinkle these, I guess, and we will see. Well, let's see. Will they stay? Well, maybe they won't stay. Again, this is totally a science experiment, so let me try something else. Some of them are sticking. There we go. Let me see if I can add these in with a little bit of fiber. I'm going to lay some fiber down here, and I'm going to kind of drop some in as it goes and see if that helps it. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. And some of these are bigger, like I said. I'm trying to find some of the little ones here. And this is totally a science experiment. They are sticking. Hopefully, yep, you can see that. And these weren't overly bright colors of, the yellow is pretty bright, but the blue and the coral color was pretty muted. And then some of the colors kind of blended when I washed them. So if I did this again, I have some ideas. I may experiment with these more, and I would like to do some brighter colors and some smaller pieces. I think that's what's going to be key. I cut them fairly small, but and they are definitely sticking in there. Let's see if I can get a little bit more in there. On this side, I have a feeling some of these are underneath the Carter for sure. Was there. Whoops. That was a bit too much. Let's see. Yeah, that was a bit too much right there. Again, this is a total science experiment. There we go. And I got a bunch coming up from the bottom, so I think there was some stuck in there. But they are sticking. I think that little brush is just a little too much to be down for this, what I'm trying to accomplish here. So I'm just going to leave it up. Let me check underneath. Oh, yes. Lots of them underneath. So, see if I can place some of these and kind of get them stuck in there. See if they run through. And I have another idea too. So there's different ways to, some of my dirty, I was working with some dirty mohair the other day, trying another experiment. So there's a little bit of dirt underneath my Carter, I think. So you can also lay down fiber like this. This is hard to do one-handed when it's not attached, but I think I'm going to call it good because I think this kind of did what I wanted to see it if it would do. And I'm going to go around to the other side. Pull this out. I do have a brush for my drum carder too. I just don't have it down here yet. Like I said, I'm transitioning a lot of my stuff from my little space upstairs. So I'm going to shift. I still need to work on the lighting over here because this looks a little bit orange, but let me pause and we'll shift around to the spinning wheel. Okay guys, I have my Spinolution Polywog here with an almost empty bobbin. And I have my bat here with some of the little baubles. Again, I didn't do a ton of them because I wasn't sure. And so I don't have a lot in here, but let's see if we can get some and get it to where you guys can see. I'm kind of spinning from the center here, and they are spinning. A lot of them kind of got carded. Again, I think the key for me to doing this, if I'm going to do it again, will be to get smaller pieces. When I cut, I don't know if I want that big one right there. I'm going to pull him out. When I cut the pieces, I kind of left them, I was hoping to cut them so that they were going to actually felt together. Let me get some of this outside stuff here going. And now that I know that they will actually felt together, I have a couple different thoughts of how I'm going to do it. There's a big one right there. That kind of went in. This will definitely be an art yarn. Because when you're putting things, pieces or such into yarn, you want to be able to see it. You don't want it to necessarily be all consistent. Go a couple more pieces. Let's see. Let me open this up a little bit so I can see where some of these are at. There definitely needed to be more of the pieces in here to, there's more fiber, the Angora fiber than the add-ins than what I would like. But I think they're definitely going to work. The Angora, I had mentioned in Friday's video that I wanted to make sure that the fiber I was using was nice and nice and fluffy, so that the add-ins would kind of sit in it. That one's almost too big. I'm gonna have to do some more work on this experiment to be happy with it, but I am super interested to see if I can get these to work the way I want them to. So I'll probably be playing with this some more. There's one. There's a couple going in. Let me grab a little bit more here that has some of the fill-ins. There's some pieces coming through now. They were kind of in that middle layer there. So yeah, I think these are going to work for just a fun texturized yarn. Very texturized, textured. Get this one last piece to go through here. All right, let me kind of show you what I have here. No, you can see. I think I'll hold it up. Let me pause this and I'll hold it up for you. Okay guys, so this is what it ended up doing. It does have some bits and pieces in there. I definitely want to, I'm going to continue to play with this. That's kind of what the bat ended up looking like in better light. I'm continuing to play with my lights and stuff. So I am going to try this experiment again. I think I'm going to do some brighter colors and do some very, the pieces I cut were probably an inch, maybe a little less, maybe 3/4 of an inch. I think I would almost just take very little edges off, and I think I'm going to try that, and if I do, I will let you know how that goes. I probably won't do another video on this just because, but I usually, anything like this that I continue to work on, I will put on Instagram. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was something fun, and maybe you'll try some of your own experiments with fiber. If you don't already, please subscribe to my channel. I'm continuing to grow it, and click that like button for this video. All of that helps me out. I also have Facebook and I have Instagram. I'm most active on Instagram right now. So you can find me over there, and go over there and subscribe also to there if you don't already. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and have a happy Thanksgiving this week with family and friends. I hope you get to enjoy it, and thank you so much for stopping by my channel today, and have a great day. I hope you're creating something. Bye.